race for president of the United States. Donna Brazile, she's our CNN political commentator, Democratic strategist. Also joining us, Angela Rye, political strategist, former executive director of the Congressional Black Caucus. Donna, Hillary Clinton, by all accounts, is going to do well tomorrow, but Bernie Sanders, he's not going anywhere if you listen to him.
This race is very competitive. As you know, tomorrow there's 812 delegates at stake. Throughout the month of March, there's more than 1,200 delegates at stake. This is a race to accrue delegates, not just to win states. And so I suspect that given the strategy of both campaigns, Hillary is going to do well in Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia, and Senator Sanders will still pick up votes. But Senator Sanders is also concentrating in Colorado, Minnesota, Massachusetts, his home state of Vermont. So I do suspect that they will both get enough delegates tomorrow, not to secure the nomination. We're a long way from that, but to remain competitive.
He says he was decimated in South Carolina. He used that word, decimated, and he did lose in the 3-1. She had almost 75% of the Democratic vote. He had 25% or so. But he's got a lot of money, and he's got this desire. He keeps saying he's doing this to bring his issues. We just heard some of those issues before the American public. So I assume he's going to go on, even if she continues to do much better tomorrow than he does.
I think that you're right, Wolf. I think the interesting thing about Bernie Sanders' strategy is he continues to rile up the youth base, the millennial he's a millennial champion. The challenge with his strategy is that the folks that he's trying to gin up are not turning out. So they may be so anti-establishment and so political revolution, not realizing that their power is actually in their vote because he's not mobilizing them in that way. It's the same thing with some of the cosmetic fixes that he's made with the black community. For example, he's got some semi-high-profile surrogates, and he's using certain buzzwords that resonate with the community, but it's not manifested itself into real African-American voter turnout, at least not for Bernie. It's actually, I think, backfiring because of the relationships that the Clintons have had over the years with the African-American community.
Is a long campaign, even if she does eventually emerge, and most of the experts think she will get the nomination, but let's say it goes on for weeks, maybe even a few more months, does that help her going into a contest, let's say, against Donald Trump, or hurt her if she's in a long, drawn-out Democratic primary?
Of course, the tone of the campaign will shift, and it might get even a little bit more contentious on the Democratic side. But I do believe that a long campaign is a very good campaign because every Democrat wants to participate. We talk about a 50-state strategy. Why not let it go on to California, where we can get more energy, more enthusiasm, because I think that is one thing that is scaring some Democrats out there.
You agree with that?
Absolutely. And in fact, I think Bernie Sanders does. He says he intends to stay in the race
until
June.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He's staying put. See what happens tomorrow, ladies. Thank you very much. I want to